Good afternoon, and welcome into a live edition of the Dream Wager on this somewhat rainy Monday, August 23rd, 2021. I am your host, Dylan, and alongside me, we got the guru of all gurus, Elvis. How are you, sir?
Glad to be back with you boys. I'm gonna be honest, I missed y'all Friday.
Couldn't make it, huh?
New York was a zoo, but besides that,
Get in, get out,
get in,
safe.
get out.
Attaboy. And joining us from the beautiful state of South Carolina, Joey D. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I think we broke the heat spell down here. We've been having a cool weekend. A little bit of rain, but I hope you guys
Oh,
were able to enjoy it.
oh no, we were hurricane warning. They said
Hurricane Henry.
Hurricane Henry, I like the sound of that.
he was a pussy though because it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. Trust me, I drove through it. It wasn't. It was. It was just a lot of fog and rain. That's all.
These meteorologists, they got the easiest job, I think.
They don't have to be honest.
Yeah, I have to be honest. They
but
won't get fired for lying.
It's great to have you both here today. Kind of a light show. We'll try to get you in and out as quickly as possible. We just finished the NFC, and now we turn our attention to the AFC East. The boys and I will talk about the future market for the division and give you our favorite plays on them. And we'll round off the show with some baseball plays. But what a weekend in sports we had, though. Saturday might have been one of the best days I've had in a while. Baseball and football during the day, UFC and SummerSlam during the night. It was a dream come true.
Gotta love it.
How do you think the fights went, Joe, for you?
I enjoyed it. These are one of those type of sleeper cards that you got to tune in not only to the main card, but the prelims. Oh, boy. You got to watch the prelims. There's a lot of social media pages that their main emphasis is on watching the prelims. And, oh, boy, I know you and I were talking about it. It kicked off with a bang. We had the choke out in the first fight of the whole evening, and then that wheelhouse kick, man, he just got him on the chin. I think Bahamondes might be a star in the making after something like that. And that's no joke who he beat. Roosevelt Roberts is a good fighter, so that was impressive to see.
It has to be candidate for knockout of the year.
It very well might be knockout of the year.
I'm telling you that. And it was just about to end the fight, and he put his hands down, spinning back kick to the jaw.
That's right. Yeah, that was so impressive, man. So that was in the prelims, and you get taken by surprise with fights like that in the prelims, and they do something good like that.
Even our boy William Knight, he got the knockout.
Got the knockout. Yeah, I told you, watch out for Fabio Sorant. He kind of put on a good showing in his previous fight, but man, you called it. William Knight might have been a little lock of the weekend.
And we got to talk about the main event real quick. Jaden Cannonier, there's no such thing as ring rust anymore because he just looked phenomenal.
Oh, definitely. He kind of put him into a schoolyard chokehold and just like gave him a noogie. He did to Kelvin Gastelum. And it kind of was written in stone in a sense, like written in the stars how Kelvin Gastelum's going to perform, because ever since he moved to middleweight, he's been struggling. He's only had one win in his past 6 fights. Jaden Cannonier, the only fight that he really lost significantly was against Robert Whitaker. Whereas the differences in the fights, I thought that we would see a better Kelvin Gastelum. But, hey, there's more precedent to Kelvin Gastelum having struggles in the middleweight division than there are for Cannonier. And, yeah, he put him to school, I think.
But it's not like he's versing scrubs. Michael Bisping, Izzy, Darren Till, Robert Whitaker, Kevin Gastelum. Like, he's have a tough road.
He's in the middle of the heap of talent. That's the thing. And when you're fighting guys like that, sometimes it's just unfortunate. You wind up on the unfortunate side of things.
Do you think he eventually waits for a title shot, or do you think he fights
speaking
one more time?
Jared Cannonier? I think he actually might need another fight, possibly 2 even, because of just how that middleweight division is working out in the moment. And Kelvin Gastelum, to be completely honest, not to be harsh criticism of him, but he very well might need to just get the weight cutting in order and go back down to 170. I think he's going to have a lot more success because of the size he offers in that division compared to 185. He's fighting big guys in 185. But, man, even like I said, the prelims was exciting. I think the whole main card was exciting, though I didn't have that good of a record because even in Bellator and PFL, I went 500. So it was kind of a decent weekend for me myself.
Yeah, I went 1-0.
Can't complain there.
But any surprise fight, fight surprise you during this main event?
Honestly, the first one, and it was in the prelims, I believe. Actually, I might have been mistaken. It still actually might have been the first fight in the main card. I know I thought I saw it as being the headliner for the prelims, but it was the Alexandre Pantoja versus Brandon Royval fight. And Brandon Royval had Pantoja in trouble in the first round, and I was, I had a submission put on verdict for Pantoja. I thought he was going to get it in the first round. So after seeing Royval on the ground with him in the first round, I was like, oh, well, I knew there was going to be a submission in the first round, but I didn't think it was going to be Royval. But those 125ers, they're just some of the most exciting athletes on the planet. And what wound up happening was Pantoja getting the submission victory in the second round. So, hey, I actually wound up with a gold medal in verdict, though I got most of the picks wrong this weekend, just because of that one submission prediction. And Pantoja, speaking of title fights, he's next in line to fight for the title, of course, whatever they decide to do between Figueiredo and Moreno, because they might run a trilogy there. And, 125 does have some good talent. So
he's 2-0 against them, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. They fought already twice. And I think Pantoja's had a couple of hiccups, but now after winning 2 consecutively, he's right in the mix for getting a title shot. He's impressive, dude.
Absolutely. And we got another fight night this coming Saturday. Top 10 fighters in the featherweight division, Edson Barbosa versus Giga Jacasey.
I'm excited for that one, man. I think we're going to have an explosive fight for sure. I think we're going to get fighted tonight in the main event. We're going to have a fortunate card entirely, but that's going to be one of the more spectacular fights of the year. We have a knockout of the year candidate this year. I'm going to go on record and say that we might very well have fight of the year candidate between those two. Because I don't think either one of them could get each other out of there. I think we're going to have a striking show on display that evening. I think we're going to have 2 guys throwing all their might. You know how fast Edson Barbosa is, and we know how technical Giga Jacasey can be now that we've seen him knock out a couple guys. So I think we're in for a treat.
Right now, it's right about a pick'em fight. They're dead even.
Makes
sense.
Minus
110 each.
Makes sense. Barbosa's on a tear. I would be worried about him in that new division after dropping down to 145. He looks like there's a rejuvenated Edson Barbosa right down there. But hey, if whoever comes out victorious of this fight, I'm sure they're in line to also get a title shot.
Yeah. I can't wait for that fight this upcoming weekend. Oh, by the way, we didn't get to talk about it, but Manny Pacquiao lost over the weekend.
Jeez. Is that the last we've ever seen of Manny Pacquiao? You know, it was hard to watch, not going to lie.
I was just going to say, he's running for president in the Philippines. So he's already a senator. He said he wants to get back out there and fight one more time because he doesn't want to end on a loss, but he might be done.
He might be. Have him fight McGregor. Let's get a big paycheck for both of those guys.
Floyd, I'll be honest. It look like the same old
You don't want Floyd again. We already saw that.
Hey, but it might make the most pay-per-view money in history, to be quite honest, because I'm pretty sure they're still #1, and they could probably do it again if they were to run it back.
Let my man Jake Paul fight Floyd. Nah,
no, that's a size difference.
That's actually this weekend too, though. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
So we'll have picks on that on Friday's episode. Thank you for bringing that up.
Isn't Logan Paul fighting Floyd?
No, he did fight Floyd.
He did fight. He fought him already. It's Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. So that will be interesting.
We'll talk about that on Friday. I think that's going to be interesting.
One thing I do want to say, I know it's not betting wise, but SummerSlam was amazing. In pay-per-views, you kind of look and try to be hopeful for at least one surprise. We got 2. Brock Lesnar came out of the woods, yoked. I think Pat said it the best. He looked like the most. He was like he's the most strongest specimen I've ever walked across. I'm telling you, this man. And then he walked in the ring with Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns kind of like acknowledged him, like, okay, you're back.
Yeah. He had the ponytail. I've never seen Brock with a ponytail.
They said he was up in Canada just throwing hay bales and riding on his tractor.
I bet. Minnesota,
bro. And then we got the man Becky Lynch back. I know. I saw a lot of people say she didn't deserve it because Bianca Belair, she actually loved the title and she defended it really well. And then for Becky Lynch to just come back and get it so quick, I understand, but that's the man.
That's the man.
So right. I just had to say that real quick. I'm so happy Brock Lesnar's back.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's the best.
Yeah, he's the best. He will kill you in the ring and out of the ring.
UFC champ, world champ, don't matter.
But I like what they're doing, that they're also separating it on 2 nights. So you got like a weekend event. So I think it's smart in WWE.
Yeah, great. I just wanted to say that real quick. Let's switch gears to the Diamond, give you guys some plays for tonight. Light card, only a few games in action, but can still be a profitable night. I have 2 plays. I know Elvis has 2 plays. Joe, do you have any in the Diamond for us?
I just have a couple leans this evening.
Okay. Elvis, why don't you kick us off for us for your first game?
8-10 game. You know my boy is pitching.
I already know.
My boy's 14-5 on the season.
Hendricks.
I think my exact record with him this season is like 12-3, 12-4. So, I'm gonna ride my boy Kyle Hendricks in Chicago. Last Monday, I told you I take them on Tuesday at plus 155. Didn't laugh at me.
Cashed it.
Cashed in. So today we'll be taking them at minus 125 on the money line at home against the Rockies.
Good value too.
Good value. For everything going bad for that Cubs organization, that's a shining star right there. They have Kyle Hendricks.
I don't know how I guess they just rally around him, but
yeah,
dude,
I'll be honest, you just gotta put on for Kyle.
Yeah.
You gotta put on.
He's giving you your best every time he steps on the
mound. He's throwing a gem every time.
Speaking of I got a 7:00 game. Let me go to mine. I have the White Sox and Blue Jays. Lance Lynn is going for the White Sox while Alek Manoah is on the mountain for the Blue Jays. Manoah, he's been decent this year, but he gave up 7 runs in his last outing against the Nationals. I think teams are starting to figure him out more as he begins, more tape begins to surface. Now with the White Sox, they've been getting some key pieces back from injury. Got Luis Rojas back. The whole lineup just mashes. This Blue Jays team, they're solid, but now they're without their best player, George Springer. He's out of the fold. I just think Lance Lynn is going to continue to dominate. On the road, he has a 2.47 ERA and he's only given up 3 home runs. Batters are hitting 199 off him. I think it continues tonight. I'll ride with the White Sox on the money line at minus 108.
That's not bad. My lean with that was a fade. I'm actually thinking the Blue Jays can actually hop on him. It's one of those trap games, I would believe, for Lance Lynn.
I like that. Someone's going to win.
Yeah. Maybe even want to take him first 5.
Okay. Are you touching the Diamondbacks Pirates? One of the worst matchup. 2 of the worst teams.
If it's not in Arizona's ballpark, are they in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, they're in Pittsburgh.
Maybe I would hit the under, hit the total.
9, under 9.
Yeah.
Flip a coin. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're feeling ballsy,
2 bad teams. I would stay away though.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you're going to get night in, night out from them. How about this Yankees Braves game? 2 of the hottest teams. Elvis, I know you don't like to admit it, but they're on fire.
I said it last week, Dill. I lean towards them. I'm not going to tell y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say out my mouth Yankees money line. But, if I was a listener, I roll with the hot team. That's all I'm going to say.
How about you, Joe? Any leans in this matchup?
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate, but Yankees do seem like they're catching some steam right now at the moment. I was gonna say those White Sox as well are looking like one of the more prime teams to make it into the postseason and move on in there. But yeah, man, the Yankees are kind of nipping at the heels as well. If they start improving on their record, we'll see where they wind up. But I gotta agree with Elvis because he's a great mind. Great minds think alike.
As inconsistent as the Red Sox has been after the All-Star break, they're still in the wild card.
My man Jerry had it on the money.
So it's gonna be a tough September.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fighting for it.
But I think that's what real ball clubs are made of. That's when you're gonna know who's good, who can really make a run at it.
They need a series.
Because at the end of the day, there's always a team that comes out of nowhere that's 6 games back and then creep in the last 12, and then they have a nice playoff run.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
They're definitely capable.
Because the Yankees caught fire in August. They could cool off in September.
Yeah.
They get real cold in September in the BX. Trust me. I know.
I think Vegas was actually smart because what it was their win total around 85, 86, something around that. It's looking like you're right about there. You know what I mean? I think they accounted for Alex Cora with their win total.
Yeah. I remember I said the over last
week.
And that's Yankees under, which is looking
good. Still not good.
But it's
a lot of games. We caught it at 98 back a couple months ago.
And right now with this month, man,
it hasn't helped us. I'll say that.
Like 24-3, 25.
From the All-Star break, I don't know how the numbers in my hand, but I know they're one of the hottest teams.
They're going crazy.
Let's go to the next game. I know you got something in this, Elvis. The Royals and Astros. Who you taking in this one?
Triple OG, Zach Greinke. Can't go wrong here. Taking them run line, -1.5.
Oh.
At -120. I'm going to be honest. With Zach Greinke on the mound at home, got to take the run line. Come on now.
Yeah. How about you, Joe? Any lean for you?
Honestly, that actually burned me when I did this because they faced off before, and I had Astros -1.5. Kansas City might have winning by a run, and I'm going to stay away from this game.
All right, let's go to the next one. The Mariners Athletics. This is another game I have. I got to roll with the Mariners. Dog of the day. Marco Gonzalez is on the bump for the Mariners while Paul Blackburn will be going for the A's. Marco Gonzalez, he's looked really good as of late. 3 runs or fewer in his last 5 starts. In the month of August, he's made 4 starts, 0.63 ERA. He's only given up 1 home run over his last 4 starts. I think he's the real deal. I don't know too much about this Blackburn guy, but in his first start a few days ago, he gave up 3 runs in 5 innings, which isn't terrible, but the Mariners don't have the best batting average in the American League, but they have guys like Kyle Seager, Ty France, Mitch Haniger. They could all mash and deliver for this team. In this spot, I just don't have much faith in this Blackburn guy. So, and I like what I'm seeing from this Marco Gonzalez. I think he's legit. So I'm going to roll with the Mariners. I think they should actually be a favorite in this spot. So I'll take the plus money with the Mariners at plus 112.
Wow. Unfortunately, I'm also fading you here. I guess
Nice.
it's fade you, but it might be fade me the way my plays have been coming out in MLB. So you very well want to fade what I'm saying here, but I was leaning with the Athletics money line full game. So I just think that we don't trust Blackburn as much, but I think you got to trust their lineup and how they've been producing. And they're not on the road, are they? They're in the Coliseum.
No, they are in. No, they're home. They're in the Coliseum.
They're at the Coliseum. I actually would trust them more at home than on the road. They've been performing very well there. And no one else actually hits as well in that Coliseum. It's a very tricky ballpark besides them when they play. So that's why I was going full game money line with the Oakland Athletics.
9-3 in my last 2 days.
That's why it might be fade me and listen to you. But I had to fade. I had to be a contrarian today.
Hopefully. Yeah, I get that. Well, at least we'll have winners on the show.
That's right.
Somebody give away locks.
Exactly. But that's going to do it. Any more leans for you guys? I think that was about every game.
Small board today.
Yeah. Let's hit the gridiron, talk some future props and just futures in general for this AFC East. I think everyone in this division just got a little better. Definitely a 3-team race. We know how the Jets are. They're in a total rebuild. But how do you envision this division planning out, Elvis?
I'll be honest. It hurts me to say. We had a great run, but I think the Bills will repeat as division champs. Just me personally, I believe that. I think the Bills are just a much better team. I think they're just gonna, just a little much better than everybody in the division by like 2 games easy.
So your pick is for them to win the division?
My pick is that's one of my plays to pick the Bills to win the division at minus 150.
Okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a little more chalky.
To me, that's one of the best values you could get from the Bills in any play, because to make the playoffs, I think they're -2, high 2s, and then to miss is like minus 400. I'm like, nah.
They're pretty favored. It's that quarterback
favorite everything. So the only thing you're gonna get good value on that's decent is them to win the division at minus 150.
Yeah, so the Bills to make the playoffs are minus 410.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. They're obviously gonna make it barring injury, but for them to win, minus 150. I thought it was gonna be a little more chalkier, to be honest. I know Joey and I have the same teams. Let's go to the Dolphins. What's your play for the Dolphins?
With the Dolphins, I'm gonna be honest. I looked at the schedule. Their win total for the season will be 9.5.
It's interesting.
9.5 is tricky.
That's tricky.
Look, I'm gonna just be honest. Dylan loves that line. I love what Brian Flores does. I love what he's doing. I think he's building a winning culture down in Miami, which, Miami needs. I just have my doubts on Tua.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying he's a bust. I just feel like
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, maybe this is not the right offense. Maybe he hasn't caught up to the NFL yet. Maybe his hip never recovered 100%.
That's a fact.
But there's whispers from his camp as well.
Yeah. So with that being said, 9.5 is just too rich for me. I think their ceiling for the season will be 8-9 wins max.
Okay.
So I'll be taking the under 9.5 at minus 135.
Wow.
For Miami, because I just don't feel like they're gonna win more than 9 games. Don't get me wrong, the defense is gonna be great.
Yep.
The team is overall a pretty good team. I just don't think Tua are gonna be able to elevate this team past 10 wins.
Wow. So do you think they make the playoffs, the Dolphins?
I see 2 teams coming out the division making the playoffs, which is Buffalo at minus 150 to win the division. And then I think we all know who else. I will move the camera just a little bit, but
well, the Dolphins to make the playoffs are plus money, plus 118, and then they're favored not to make the playoffs at minus 144. So you would kind of lean towards not making it.
Yeah,
and you're getting better odds than for them to win the.
I'm giving you a straight lock on the under. Yeah, it's not as favorable. I'm a plus 112 or minus 112, but they got minus 135 under 9.5 is just a little too rich. 9.5 wins.
I think both those teams came on relatively recently with the head coaches and the quarterbacks, but the Bills, just the talent that they have, I think, at both the quarterback and coach position, because I think McDermott is one of the most slept-on coaches.
Oh, I agree.
They're just like that much better at those two important positions than the Miami Dolphins. So I agree with you wholeheartedly there.
How about you, Joe? Let's go to the Patriots. Talking about your Patriots, why don't you start it?
I'll be honest. I got 2 plays with the Patriots.
Okay.
Coming off, a full off season, a full camp, full everything. My man Cam is healthy. Last season, him coming into camp, he was still a little hurt. He wasn't 100%. Now he's 100% Cam in good spirits. With that being said, I think we will make the playoffs at plus 126.
Wow.
I just feel like we're going to be a much better team. I love the additions Coach Belichick made in our offense. Our defense has been top 10 for 20 straight seasons, so I'm not worried about that.
And that was with all the opt-outs of COVID last year.
We got our opt-outs back in. We loaded up a little bit. And I'll be honest, who else do you want calling plays besides Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
And Junior on the side. Junior be calling some plays.
Today, Junior?
Yeah, so with that being said, I think, and I'll be honest, I think Bill is on a revenge season. He saw Brady get that ring. He saw everybody talking sweet, talking about, he's the credit.
He needed Brady.
He needed Brady. So
they're going to be motivated.
I think Bill Belichick is going to come out this season to prove he's still the best coach of all time. And he's the reason why Brady got all these rings. Because Brady learned from the master, the sensei. So with that being said, I will also be taking them over wins, 9 wins at minus 140.
Wow.
I like that. Don't think that's bad at all.
I'm in the same alliance with you, not with the wins because I don't know. They're right at my number, about 9, but I do like them to make the playoffs. For me,
wow.
I think the Patriots are going to have a bounce-back season. It's hard to bet against this team, especially like Elvis alluded, Bill Belichick, he's the GOAT. You just can't bet against him. This defense is going to be much better. They're getting guys back that opted out and signed some key players. Matthew Judon from the edge, Kyle Van Noy's coming back, Henry Anderson from the Jets. Those are key signings.
Good players.
Yeah. Cam was banged up last year. He had COVID. He's going to be the starter week 1, especially how good he's played in the preseason so far. So within the division, I don't trust Tua and the Dolphins. The Jets are the Jets. And I think the Bills have a little more of a complete roster, but they're not too far off of them. So I think they're playing for a wild card spot. They added 2 top tight ends, which have always been successful in New England. They actually spent money this offseason. So they're just going to be better overall. The only question I have is if Cam could stay healthy and be consistent throughout the year. If he can, I think they get back to the playoffs. So I'll take that at plus 126 as well. You're getting great value.
Yeah, I think you can't double up.
I also have one more play. I'm going to take the Patriots week 1 against the Dolphins minus 2.5. The line has jumped up to a field goal to 3, but I would still lay the points.
Are they home or are they on the road?
Yeah. In New England. We don't lose against Miami. In Miami, our record is terrible. But I was going to say. At New England.
Yeah.
Early in the season, too, Miami's hot.
So after what I've seen in the preseason so far, Cam is better than Jones. I think Cam will be the starter week 1. He has the weapons. He knows the offense. I think he'll be a little more calm in the pocket this year. And Bill Belichick has dominated 2 of the 2 times he faced him last year. 145 passing yards on 26 attempts, less than 5 yards a catch, 0 TDs, and 1 pick. And that was with a depleted defense. Now they have an improved defense with guys coming back, other key signings. I'm not sold on Tua. I think he's going to struggle early on. I'm going to fade Tua and the Dolphins early in the season. So I'll lay the 2.5. I'll lay the 3 with the Patriots at home at minus 110.
Love it.
Yeah, thanks for giving us some insight for week 1. And I can't believe it. Everyone, we did not talk about this really until now in the show because we're all in agreement there. I also have the Pats making the playoffs at plus 130 is where I found it at.
Let's go.
I just think that, like you said, it's going to be a Bill Belichick's revenge tour. And I'm also going to have a little kicker because what's Cam spelled backwards? It's Mac. And I honestly feel like it goes hand in hand. I feel like whoever's going to be at quarterback for this year, they're going to be able to win games because they're going to be riding on their defense and Bill Belichick's going to want to utilize the run game. So no matter who's going to wind up being that quarterback, I feel like they're going to be improved on the rushing side of it, on the offense. And like you said, with all the holdups they had last year, there's no way they don't improve this year defensively. They're going to be even better than they were last year when they were still, I believe, a top 10 defense with everyone out.
20 straight years.
20 straight years. They're going to make it 21 this year. And I think they make the playoffs. I don't know about a run in the playoffs, but I definitely think they're going to take up one of the 3 wildcard spots in the AFC. So I do like them plus 130.
Talking about that running back, I'm not going to say we have the best running team in the league, but we have one of the deepest. We have one of the deepest running backs.
You in Baltimore.
Yeah, us in Baltimore. Yep. But, Lamar don't count.
No, I'm not talking
about Depth-wise, 1 through 3, I think we have the best core.
Early in the season, you can utilize Cam in that run game too, though. I know you say Lamar don't count, but if Lamar were to count on that end, Cam's got to count also for them. So
I agree.
You have another weapon to utilize.
Yeah. Let's head to the Jets. Hey, I'm the only Jet fan.
Homer.
So let me start us off. As much as it pains me to say, I got to go with the Jets win total under 6. Yes, they'll be better, but this is going to be a project with Wilson. We will see early on if he could be the guy, but his size worries me a little. They also have a very tough schedule. I see them starting like 1-5. I do think Salah's a good fit and the players will like him, but this is a total rebuild. Rookie head coach, first year QB in a tough environment like New York. A 7-10 season in this division where each team got better. I just can't see it. I'm going to go under 6 wins for the Jets at minus 105. And I also have one more for the Jets. I'm going back to week 1. Week 1's going to be a game where we're going to want to watch because
we might go
right down by you, Joe.
Yeah, Carolina.
The Jets are going to be playing the Carolina Panthers. We just traded them to Sam Darnold.
You're going to have to see that, man.
The Panthers are laying 4 at home, and so will I. I think Sam Darnold's a good fit for Carolina. They got him for cheap, too. Now he'll be finally away from Gates. We can actually see what he's capable of. He has the OC and Joe Brady. He has a top 3 running back, and he has weapons on the outside, something he never had in New York. Their defense has improved through the draft. I just think they have a little more pieces right now than the Jets. So I'm going to lay the 4 points week 1 with the Panthers against the Jets at minus 110.
Not bad. You would know. You're criticizing your team. You're on
realistic.
That's right. Man, I don't know.
You want to go?
Yeah, I can go on it because, I was going to just joke around and be like, Jets, Jets. Got to sprinkle a little something. That plus 2,500 is looking right. But nah, man, as much as you're down, I would say, on the team in terms of the expectation of the division, I actually have some hope for the team actually improving. And I actually think the AFC East might be one of the more competitive divisions because I think you're going to have a lot of the lower tier teams coming out of the AFC altogether, like the bottom echelon teams in the AFC, whether it's the North, South, or West even. I know we think the West, just like the NFC, and the AFC might be one of the better because you got the Chiefs, you got the Chargers, who have high expectations. We'll get onto that, but I actually think we're going to see improvement from the Jets this year. And their season total was at 6. You're going under. So I guess here's another part that I'm fading you. I'm taking the Jets over 6 wins because I think that they could push as well. And so I could just play it safe there. And it's plus money at plus 100. Man, all they got to do is maybe split a game from each of their opponents there. That's 3 wins. And then they got to get 3 more wins. Hey, anything's possible in this world. I just
Patriots dominate rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah. I think it was all riding on Zach Wilson and how he was looking in the preseason. Well, and granted, not playing against first stringers, but I think he's shown signs that he's actually a competent quarterback with athleticism, throwing across his body. He's got, not to say anything in comparison to Aaron Rodgers, but
don't do that. Same sentence, Joe. Don't do that.
He has the type of footwork and arm talent that will give you signs that he could be a competent quarterback and have some ability. That's what I like out of the guy. I thought he wasn't even be able to throw the football well. Oh, he threw that one little thing in the offseason and we're like, oh, this guy's the next coming. But he's actually proved it. He's picking up with the game speed of it all. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the guy.
He has the highest QBR of all rookie quarterbacks in the preseason. But like Joey was saying, they're against second, third stringers. Regardless, but they're kind of scripted plays.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll be honest,
scripted plays.
He has looked better. My eye test telling me he looks better than what I expected him to look. That's just me being honest.
Hey, he's plus 1,000 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think that's live because him and Trevor Lawrence are going to be the only ones
guys, I think.
playing.
And I don't think like any other receiver that's a rookie is going to be able to steal it
or
from them.
Like Justin Fields come in week 4 and then leads them to like the 7th seed. You know, Bears.
I just don't think he's going to be able to put the season together in time and also have the statistics that, like Dylan's saying, we got Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson starting game 1 no matter what. I think we're going to get more out of them as the season goes along. I'm just hoping for the best for them. It would be nice to have a team in New York actually win something and actually do decent instead of having the season we had in the past couple of years where there's just no hope coming out of New York sector. But I also have one other player prop. I like that rookie out of North Carolina. I like Michael Carter Jr. And his yardage right now is only at 650 and a half. I like that to go over -110 because they're complaining that, their depth is all injured players. Michael Carter Jr. is just going to get hurt like Tevin Coleman has in the past. I don't see that. I think the dude's durable. Granted, he's been used a lot in North Carolina, but I think we're sleeping on this dude. I think he has tremendous talent. I think for Zach Wilson to have success, they're going to need to run the ball. And granted, they do have that core with Tevin Coleman acquired by the Jets, but Michael Carter is going to have to be the lead back there. And 650, man, that's just 60. That's 60 yards in at least 10 games. I think he's going to be able to get that. He might even start off in a bang in the first season against the Panthers. Might start off early. I know you're giving him to the Carolina Panthers there, but don't be surprised if Michael Carter Jr. comes out with a $100 and a touchdown. I'll be honest with you. Let's see if we get a surprise from him. So I think
a lot of reports that I've read from the Jets camp is that they like the kid. He runs hard. He's smart. He's picked up the playbook already.
The fans like him too.
Yeah, he's a bullhorn. He's a bullhorn. So he just runs through everything. He's quick. I think he'll get the starting job, but I think we have a lot of running backs on our roster where they're going to be splitting time. So it might be tough, but I do like Michael Carter. I think it was a good pickup, to be honest, for the Jets.
Yeah, for the Jets, on me, I don't have an official play. I don't have an official play, but I have a lean here.
Yeah.
I will lean under 6 games with the Jets just because they're the Jets. I will lean under 6, but I do see improvement. I do believe they will be a much better team. Much better. Think about it. They won 2 games last season. So much better.
Think of the coach they had last year. No offense, Dylan. The coach was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
I think you're going to have a competent defensive head coach, which has always been written in the Jets' DNA to have a defensive coach. And you got Salah. Let's see if he makes some noise there.
Yeah, I hope so.
So with that being said, Jets could be slightly a little better. So I got some juice plays for you guys, because, it's not official. We just leaning. That's all we doing. So I'm going to give you some lean, so hopefully you win some money. There you go. Lean with me. There you go. 5 wins. This is exact total wins for the season. 5 wins is plus 500. 4 wins is plus 500. And I think their ceiling is 6 wins at plus 600. I will lean 5 wins, maybe 6. Sprinkle some money on that, plus 500, plus 600. You can't go wrong. Because I don't see this team
getting 7.
Like Joey said, I don't see this team hitting 7. And he said, he could push with the 6. Hey, if they go push with the 6, you might as well sprinkle something on 6 exact wins at plus 600. That's what I would do.
That's smart.
Yeah, because I also believe they could get to 6 wins, Joe. I see the Jets winning 5 or 6 games. I don't see them going over 6. So if you want to make some money on the Jets and you believe they could get to 5 or 6 wins, hey, sprinkle something on exact wins at plus 500 or 6 wins at plus 600. Can't go wrong there.
They're gonna fall on one of those 3.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're gonna get 4 wins at plus 500, 5 wins at plus 500, or 6 wins at plus 600. You choose. Y'all choose. Y'all the people. I'm gonna go with 5.
Yeah, I would be happy with 5.
Yeah, the ceiling is 6. They won 2 games last year. They got to win 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so I don't see them winning more than 6.
I find that a successful season for them. I think if expectations are as low as what we see them to be,
Dylan's a real Jets fan, people. And he said 6 wins.
No, I don't think 6 wins. I think 4 or 5 is more realistic, and I think that would be an upgrade.
Yeah, 5 wins at plus 500.
And it's also how you lose. If you're in games and you lose by a field goal, you kind of feel good about it.
Like that's I think it was week 14 at the Meadowlands against the Raiders.
They literally tried to win to not get to not get it.
It was like 4 and 14, 4 for 14.
And they played cover 2, Greg Williams, and the guy ran by him.
He literally called it a game.
It was a zero defense.
I literally went on the floor and was like,
no. I was here.
No way.
Trust me, Dylan was devastated.
But hey, if the Jets can wind up looking a little bit better than the Miami Dolphins, man, I'm liking the wins. I really am. I'm going to stick with my position. I just think that there's a chance. There's always a chance with that.
Yeah,
it's just,
but
let's just say
it's like our other team, Joe. The Mets are the Mets, and the Jets are the Jets. They're always gonna do their thing. So that's gonna wrap it up for the AFC East. We'll take on the AFC North. Great division on Friday. Joe, I know you have a play for Monday Night Football or like a lean. We got one more game tonight.
A little preseason action.
Jameis Winston, yeah, a little preseason action. QB1.
I think I was fading them.
Not QB1.
I think
you took the under, I think.
Oh, that's what I did. And I took the over yesterday on the Browns-Giants game. I don't know what I was thinking there.
The unders are profitable, I'm telling you.
All right, Taysom Hill got a $100 million contract. I don't think Jameis QB1.
He is. He's starting tonight. He's gonna start week 1 too.
So you paying somebody $100 million just to be
because his value is not just quarterback.
It's like we could put him a kick return.
Yeah,
we could put him a slot receiver.
But $100 million?
Yeah,
$100 million. They got money.
All these TV contracts, that's nothing now.
They got money in New Orleans.
They got money.
New Orleans.
So
they're not paying Drew no more.
Exactly, and they gonna miss Drew.
And Mike Thomas about to get the boot. Not bad.
I was gonna say honestly, I'm not liking the Steelers.
Bold. Early.
Wow.
Early lean for Friday.
Early lean for Friday.
Any last words, Elvis? Can't say the Yankees stuff.
No. Let's end it on. Let's wish a happy birthday to the GOAT, one of the GOATs, man. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, man.
Happy birthday, Kobe.
Man. Happy seated to my man, Kobe, man.
Absolutely. He's up there watching us, watching all the young guys he used to train. That was good. How about you, Joe?
Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in for us. Happy birthday, Kobe Bryant.
Happy birthday, Kobe. We will see you guys on Friday with more picks, hot takes. Everyone have a great weekend. Good luck on your wagers. Please follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram at The Dream Wager. Subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff helps us out tremendously. Be a friend, tell a friend, and everyone, best of luck.